This is the Mercedes-Benz GLC 200 and it's the latest facelifted version that was launched to the Malaysian market in December 2019. Now, I'm a big fan of entry-level cars simply because it gives you everything you need and offers you the best bang for your buck. Case in point, the Volvo XC60 T5 Momentum. I'm not too fond of the pre-facelift GLC 200, however. I thought it was a little bit too bare and there were a lot of compromises. It constantly reminds you that you're in a cheaper variant. Very un-Mercedes. This facelifted version, however, fixes all of that, and I think it's finally a worthy product to bear the three-pointed star logo. Log on to WapCar.my for the latest reviews, comparisons and car prices to help you find your next perfect car. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Our local spec GLC 200 is fitted with the off-road exterior package as told by these twin louvers on the front grille as well as the chrome skid plates. The GLC 300 is fitted with the AMG line exterior kit instead. Now, Mercedes-Benz has tried to make the car look a little bit more rugged than before, starting with this revised headlamp graphics. On the GLC 200, they are LED high-performance units. I think it's good enough to get the job done. Moving over to the side, the wheels are new, now measuring 20 inches in size. That's 1 inch up from the pre-facelift, wrapped around 255/45R20 rubbers. Now, I quite like this design. It resembles a flower petal from afar. Skid plates make getting in and out of this tall SUV a little bit easier, especially for little children and older folks. And it ties in very well with these roof rails, giving the car a more utilitarian look. And over to the back, not much has changed except for these new tail lamp clusters. Graphics are now 2 squares on either sides. Now, I have to admit, when I first saw these in press photos, I wasn't a fan. Somehow it just makes the car look a little bit weird. But after a couple of months, it's starting to grow on me, and it makes the car look even more rugged. Now, unfortunately, on the GLC 200, while it does come with a powered tailgate, it does not have the hands-free activated motion as seen on the GLC 300, so you have to manually open. It opens up to 550 litres of space, and there's also an extra compartment down here which you can conveniently lock to keep your things secured. If you need more space, you can always fold the rear seats down with a one-touch tumble function on both sides, and the seats fold 40-20-40 split. Although it doesn't come with the electronically powered function as seen on the Lexus NX. Another thing is this power tailgate operation button could be a little bit too high up for vertically challenged friends. Fortunately, there's a height memory function. Now, on to the weakest link of the GLC 200. It does not come with keyless entry. Yes, no keyless entry on a 300,000 ringgit car. I mean, come on, Mercedes-Benz. What do you expect me to do? Fumble my key in my pocket and press a button like Flintstones? Come on, I wish you gave me smaller rims but have keyless entry. Fortunately though, you did give me keyless push start. Otherwise, could you imagine the amount of effort it takes to unlock the car and then start the car by using a twist knob? In the cabin of the GLC 200 is not only faultless, it's downright gorgeous. Just by looking at it, compared to the pre-facelift, I thought the pre-facelift was a little bit too Spartan. In here, it's a world of a difference. And I'm sold just by looking at this screen right here. And this screen is super high definition and, dare I say, higher definition than my plasma TV at home. Yes, I'm serious. And this is running on the latest MBUX infotainment system with touchscreen support as well as the Hey Mercedes intelligent voice command system. Now, yeah, okay, go away Mercedes. Now, I'm not sure whether it's my accent or the internet connectivity. I'm finding trouble like having a conversation with it, trying to get it to work. Now, it's supposed to be able to do the climate control, do the navigation, and even have basic conversation with you. But so far, I haven't been able to have a successful operation with it. So I guess most likely it's my accent. But no matter, because this infotainment system comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So I much rather connect to my Android phone and have Google Assistant to do all my deeds for me. On to my other favorite thing about the cabin of the GLC 200, or rather should I say all modern Mercedes-Benz, is this 64 color ambient lighting. I think at night it's just gorgeous and mesmerizing to look at. To a lot of people it's a little bit frivolous. For me, I don't care. At night, I want to drive a Mercedes-Benz and be in this cabin surrounded by ambient lighting. On to the other new improvements in the GLC 200 include this new multifunctional steering wheel with a new design on the control buttons. The left side controls the infotainment screen and the right side, as I've mentioned earlier, controls the instrument cluster. There's also a new memory function for the front powered seats, which you didn't get in the pre-facelift GLC. Now, being an SUV, cabin practicality in here is extremely good. Starting with the glove box, it's lined with felt. There's also a netting in the passenger footwell. 2 center storage space with 2 cup holders, but most impressive is the side door bins. I have a large bottle in my hand and it goes in right there, no problems at all. Now, let's check out the rear seats. I have the front seat adjusted to my usual driving position and I'm 175 cm tall, and this is the amount of knee room that I have. Legroom is pretty decent as well, and most importantly, headroom is generous. Other amenities in here include a center armrest with 2 cup holders, as well as a center storage space which you can hide your kids' Hot Wheel toys. Side sunshade. And moving over to the rear air vents, they have removed the climate control as well as fan speed adjustment for the rear air vents, which I think is a fair trade-off, no issues there. And down there you get 2 USB Type-Cs as well as a 12-volt socket. I must say that the rear bench of the GLC has decent thigh support, and I can imagine myself to be extremely comfortable on long distance journeys. I think the biggest upgrade they've done to the facelifted GLC is to use the new M264 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine that replaces the old M274 unit. The new engine is shared with the GLC 200 and 300. The M264 engine not only makes more power, it's also more fuel efficient. In this entry-level GLC 200, it makes 197 horsepower and 320 Nm of torque, compared to the pre-facelift model that is 13 horsepower and 20 Nm more than before. The new engine does things more elegantly, but you still get that roughness above 4000 RPM. To be honest, I'm still not quite pleased with this new engine, but compared to before, it's a huge improvement, so I'm gonna give credits to Merc for that. The 9G-tronic 9-speed automatic transmission is clearly geared for efficiency, always going for the highest gear and keeping the revs low, which is great for fuel efficiency and refinement. The GLC has always been a decently insulated cabin, but I wouldn't call it best in class. Lexus and Audi does it a little bit better, but to many people, the GLC is quiet enough. Driving engagement has never been a Merc's strong suit, nor would it be a concern to its potential buyers anyway. The steering is progressive but slow, and it makes the GLC feel like a big car to drive. Navigating this thing in tight spots, I find it quite cumbersome, and it certainly would not be a car I pick considering that my daily commute involves going through the heart of KL. Handling is something that I don't want to dwell into too much in the GLC because it's just so uninspiring to drive. Steering is vague, chassis balance is mediocre, and the braking performance is surprisingly weak. If your salesman tries to sell you that this is a rear-wheel drive SUV and it's going to be fun to drive, don't take their word for it. But the upside to the GLC 200 facelift is the ride quality. As standard, it rides on the comfort suspension, which also raises the ride height by 20mm. And it gives you that nice firm ride. I'm sure the 20-inch alloys plays a part too. Although I have to say that class rivals like the Volvo XC60 with its smaller 18-inch rims, that one handles sharp bumps a lot better. The GLC 200 also comes with basic form of ADAS that bundles autonomous emergency braking, forward collision warning, as well as blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert. But in today's day and age and competition, this is not quite good enough. The Volvo XC60, for example, comes with the full suite of ADAS that bundles adaptive cruise control as well as lane keeping aid. To sum up the GLC 200 facelift, I think it's a more refined and complete product compared to before. The engine is a lot better and the car now rides a little bit more comfortable. But most importantly, the updated interior now finally makes the car feel properly upmarket, as a luxury car should. I think that interior alone is enough to convince a lot of people to put their money down for one of these, especially if you're in the market for a 3-pointer star logo. But if driving performance and outright comfort is your top priority, I think there are better options out there. But I certainly can't deny the appeal of a Mercedes-Benz logo. Thanks for watching, we hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. And let us know in the comment section below whether the Mercedes-Benz GLC 200 facelift is good enough for you.